It's like being a fat person is honestly like living the Truman Show.
Yeah.
Except you know that you're being watched. How would that not make you anxious?
Right.
I feel like weight loss wouldn't even help with that, because at that point it would be so ingrained in you that it's like PTSD almost.
I can speak on this as somebody with diagnosed CPTSD. You guarantee it. Yep. But no, I can't believe that.
Let me get this straight. These XXXL queens are literally trying to claim that some amount of stares they get from society is equal to PTSD?
What the hell you say?
Every time I finish an audit, I think I have heard it all. But then, Western women continue to find a way to prove to me how wrong I am on that train of thought. I am sorry, ladies, but your inability to control your calorie intake, or your lack of motivation for doing exercises within your physical abilities, is not society's burden. The point is, comparing someone who might be looking your way to PTSD on the level of, say, a police officer surviving a shootout, a first responder arriving at an airplane crash scene, a soldier surviving an IED, or a mountain climber surviving an avalanche is beyond ridiculous. That's like comparing a paper cut to a limb amputation, or if you prefer, a cupcake to a wedding cake. Moving on.
See, fellas, this is where y'all go wrong. Y'all tear women down when all y'all have to do is uplift women in a certain type of way. If y'all are not feeling the way a woman is dressing or the way she's doing things, y'all try to come off as if y'all are our fathers. You're not our dad. Like, it's a way how you talk to a man. That's why most of us women don't respect y'all, because y'all don't know how to talk to us. Instead of saying things like, that outfit makes you look like a, why don't you guys try to change up your verbiage and say things like, hey, you know what? I think you would look much better in a dress where you don't have to reveal anything, but you want something that's much more tighter. It's all about how you speak to us ladies. That's why we don't give a damn anymore. That's why we tell y'all being single is life, because y'all have formed some type of stipulation to the point where y'all think y'all are our dads, and we already got a daddy. We don't need a second one.
Sure thing, Queen. Men need to change that verbiage up. How about you just come out and say exactly what you want, and it's not unfiltered honesty. Nope. Women can say all day long they want the truth, but any man who has given women what they asked for quickly realize they don't want honesty. They want comforting lies. Even if a man tried to filter it the way this queen suggested, it would be received in a negative manner. Ladies, just say you always ignore or get offended when men tell you an unflattering truth you asked for. The key thing about this video isn't the softening of the blow, it's women ask for the blow to begin with. If I ask a guy, do I look bad in my monkey suit? Why should I get upset if he tells me I look like King Kong's sick nephew? I wouldn't. I would probably say, damn, I need to get myself back in shape. But you do you, ladies. I mean, there is a reason the positivity movement applies to women 99% of the time.
Emotional damage.
Moving on.
Guys, men, kings, if you want to help her access her deepest level of pleasure and big O potential, then you must do these three things, because without them, doesn't matter how great your come hither technique is, or any kind of technique or performance, doesn't matter how great she may feel from that, if you do not do these three things, she is not going to be able to surrender into her deepest pleasure and go from, oh, that was great, to holy what was that? Now, yes, of course, there are things that she may need to do to be able to, surrender into this as well. But this is what you must do to help her feel her deepest pleasure. Number one is you need to be grounded in your healthy masculine. If you're coming from a wounded masculine or even overpolarizing in feminine, then she's not going to feel safe on an energetic level to surrender fully into her feminine energy, which is where her deepest pleasure lies. Number two, connection, okay? Sending her messages, like if you're hooking up casually or whatever, sending her messages like, I'm gonna out of you, or I want to, ravish your body. That may be hot and horny in the moment, but there's no level of connection there that she's able to connect to her own emotional body in the presence of you, okay, if that makes sense. And she needs to be in her emotional body because that's where her big O energy lies, energy and motion in the body. She needs to be able to connect to that to access her full pleasure potential. So if there's no kind of emotional connection, even for casual encounters, if there's none of that,
oh boy, here we go in the gray zone of some women throwing the blame of their own bodies not getting fulfillment on men. Don't get me wrong, as I am clear there are some men out there who have a weak thrust game. Got it. But just like those men, there are plenty of women who are a turn-off between the sheets. My question to those women who can't get their release during intimacy is, at what AAA battery jackhammer level is your power tool at? And how often do you use it? I don't mean to sound cruel, but it's your body, and although the guy is going to do his part, are you doing your own part as well? I mean, you could be desensitizing your tender spot there. Now, don't take that as me making an excuse for a guy with less than average skills, but let me be honest. When women say help, women climax, they usually mean men please do 99% of the work in bed. The bulk of men will either only go so much further for a while or not at all, because eventually they're going to figure out the logic of, I am responsible for my own body, you need to be responsible for yours. Oh, let me guess. That somehow sounded misogynistic. Wow, equality is something women will always demand until they get it.
I changed my mind.
then she's not going to feel safe to connect to that and surrender into that, which is where her deepest pleasure lies when she's in the presence of you. Number 3 is your full presence, okay? She needs to feel on an energetic level, whether she realizes it or not, she needs to feel fully seen, heard, and felt in order to be able to open up and surrender her body to her pleasure, okay? And that requires that deep presence from you, that you are there fully with her, not just there to jackhammer out of her. And now I'm not saying, you know, she can't feel anything without these things. Of course she can feel things, but her deepest pleasure, no. On an energetic level, she needs to feel full presence, okay? You need to be there with every part of her, not just that part that you want to gain pleasure from. You need to be there even in casual encounters. She needs to feel like she is fully seen in that moment and felt, and you are completely there, not somewhere else. You are completely energetically there with her. Hope this helps. And guys, I'm running an SEX King masterclass next week. Doesn't matter if you can't make it on live to the class, you'll be in that group, private group with myself and the other Kings to watch the replay, ask any questions, all of that. But this is what separates the boys from the men, the Kings that want to truly know how to take their women to that next level of deepest pleasure and big O potential. I'll see you in there.
Ladies, I'm going to be 100 with all of you. Would a man be willing to jump through all these hoops to try to please you? The short answer is yes. The long answer is, have you earned it from that man? All the things this tatted up queen is saying isn't going to amount to a hill of beans if you have made it your personal mission to sour your man's life as much as possible. How exactly? Oh, I don't know. What if you constantly acted like you settled for the man you are with? He can tell when you are not attracted to him, and he will concentrate on getting himself off only since you think you deserve better. Or if you spend a good amount of time bringing drama or starting fights in the relationship. Again, he will be concentrated on his own needs only. Another one is belittling him or comparing him to a level of a man you couldn't get or you couldn't hold on to. Ladies, if you didn't get the memo, men give out what they get. It's not true for every case, but it is a good rule of thumb. Another topic related to this is the myth of men must have an outstanding tongue game to get and retain a high SMV woman. Sorry ladies, but that is about as real as the Tooth Fairy. In fact, if we look at the dating profiles that get the most right swipes from women, we can almost never find these men mentioning even a hint of cunnilingus. But I would wager those who get few or no attention would be down for some rug bunching.
Oh, behave.
Moving on.
Will not even believe this. I'm gonna try to make this short, but this was the worst experience of my whole entire life. First of all, he calls me
I get to the restaurant before him. He calls me. We're in downtown Fort Worth. He's freaking out. He's like calling me pissed. The frickin', except he's cussing, pedestrians and traffic and I hate downtown. And I was like, first of all, you need to calm down. Second of all, you chose this place. So relax. I said, I just got here. It's not that serious. We got all night. Like, freaking relax. He finally gets to me. When I'm waiting outside the restaurant, he walks up to me. He greets me by going, rah! I was like, ew. And also cringe. And then he hugs me as if I was the love of his life that he hasn't seen in 3 months. And I was like, okay. Like, off to a terrible start. Dinner was the most awkward of my life. I went to the bathroom twice just to escape. Made friends with some girls in the bathroom. Told them how it was the worst date ever. How I was dying to leave. He tried to hold my hand twice. I pulled away and said, no. Twice. He's like, the second time, he's like, you're not going to hold my hand? I was like, no. Please don't touch me.
Her worst experience of her whole life. So far, she has made it very clear she has had a very cushioned life if this is her measurement of her worst low. Yeah, I'm sure a sympathy parade is in the works for this story. Oh boy! She started off by saying the guy was frustrated with traffic. Oh my, the horrors of that part. Then he greeted her with a beast-like growl. Yeah, we all believe it happened exactly like that. And he actually hugged her. Oh, how this delicate sunflower is suffering so far. And he forced her to go to dinner. Such a beast. Ladies, I can assure you my male viewers are probably thinking up to this point that she is obviously using this guy as a foodie date while having the nerve to trash talk the guy. I mean, I'm sorry, but I will agree with any comments from my male viewers that will point out if she had decided early she was uncomfortable, she could have left right at the beginning. But in her deciding to stay maybe all the way to dessert, well, that is not a good basis of a sob story, to say the least. Now, I'm not saying the guy was a great date. I'm not defending him in the least. I am pointing out the hypocrisy of using up the guy's resources, wasting his time, and then speaking ill of the guy. It's real clear this XXL Queen is the actual deceitful one in her story so far. Whoa.
He paid for dinner. It was $127. What? Okay, I offered to pay my side. He declined. We left. We're walking. He's yelling. He's playing fake mad, which he says was like a joke. He wanted to go to Cigar Lounge. I was like, absolutely not. I said, I really want to go home. It's like, let's go. He kept trying to hold my hand. I kept telling him no. He said, no, it's not an option. And he grabbed my hand like aggressively. And I was like, but I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of scared of him at this point. Even though, by the way, he was as tall as me. He lied about his height. So I was like, okay, I'm kind of scared of him at this point because he's getting like angry. So I was like, I'm just gonna roll with it. So I held his hand and it was, I wanted to throw up. We get to the parking garage and he's like, I don't even know if I'm in this garage. I'm like, okay. I said, can I see your phone? He gives me his phone. I'm looking, I'm like, yes, you're in this garage. See right here? And I show him and he's just like, I was like, are you drunk right now? Like, are you drunk? Are you high? Like, what's going on? He's like, I may have had a lot of alcohol before I came in because I was nervous. And I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, you're drunk right now. I'm sorry, I was nervous. I was like, let's go. So I literally started pulling him by like his shirt. I'm pulling him. We go in the elevator. We can't find his car.
She offered to pay her side and he declined. Yeah, if it actually happened, which is doubtful, then this guy either selected an expensive place to eat or she decided to order the most expensive things on the menu. And the guy lied about his height. I wonder if she was 100% honest about her weight. I want to chime in on the guy trying to hold her hands multiple times. Again, if it actually happened how she is portraying it in her version of the story, let's say she pulled away several times like that. Gentlemen, that is an immediate red flag. It shows she has zero attraction for you. If you are on a date and she wants to play the don't touch my hand card after you have been there for a few hours, cut it short and take the L. Women will figure out if they are attracted to a guy within 15 minutes of meeting him. If she isn't comfortable around you after an hour, just leave. Note, I said nothing about sleeping with you, but if she doesn't allow an innocent hand-holding, you give her the ick, so leave. Also, gentlemen, if you need liquid courage to go on a date with a woman of this SMV level, sorry my guy, but you need to work on yourself before going out again because obviously you are going to get finessed pretty easy. I bet at least one of my female viewers got shocked I held men accountable on that part.
Whatever. This guy has no mother freaking clue where he parked. No clue. Did I mention this is the worst date of my life? Like, you don't remember what level? No. And now he's like really leaning into the drunkenness. And I'm like, this dude is gone. Like, wow. And wow. Okay, so, wow. He's just drunk, I guess, okay? Or something. I don't even freaking know. Who knows? Don't care. I ask him for his keys so I can hit the horn to find his car. We start at the top and we work our way down, okay? I'm so nice. I wanted to leave his bootay just sitting in the... No. But I'm nice, so I try to help him find his car. We can't find his car. We're honking the horn. He starts to get very angry. He's throwing his food, yelling, hooting, hollering, screaming, kicking the pillar like we're in a parking garage. I'm like, okay, so I start recording. He's drunk, he's pissed. I'm just trying to calm him down. I'm like, it's gonna be okay. You've got to calm down. We're gonna find your car. Like, it's gonna be fun. I'm being so nice. Security rolls around and I flag him down and I was like, help me. I didn't even care at this point. I was like, I'm being rescued.
Pure example of why you shouldn't drink heavy just before or during a first date. For both men and women, you are lending yourselves out to emotional outbursts, bodily harm, possible social media exposure, and also possible legal problems. Look, this gorilla isn't going to hypocritically claim you shouldn't indulge in a cocktail on a date every now and then, but be sure to do it with someone you know and trust, like someone you've been dating for more than 5 minutes. This XXL queen is a textbook example of what that is. Oh, I mean, she has a social media channel and she said she recorded the guy. Why would anyone with some sense to them get super tipsy on a first date without at least vetting the date properly? Now, I give her credit for not just dipping out on this guy and dealing with his shenanigans. That right there does get her some points, although I am sure someone in the comments would argue that is the least she can do after using the chump as a foodie date. Regardless, she stuck around, so that's a positive in both cases. I still say that even with her good nature, she should have left this guy at the beginning of the date. Unless, of course, her hunger overpowered her good judgment, among other things.
Are you pondering what I'm pondering?
So they jump out of the Jeep and they're like, oh my God, and they call for backup and all this crazy stuff. And I'm like, no, it's fine. Everything's fine. It's like, he's drunk. He's angry. We can't find his car. This is a first date and I would really like to just leave. Like, can you guys take over? There's like 6 of us now, all these like security guards and me and this drunk guy. It was the worst night of my life. Not of my life, but definitely for the plot. I recorded the security guards too. More footage to come once I edit. Bro. I tell them all the details. First date. I think he drives this car. He doesn't really know. Here's his keys. I was honking the horn. I think it's over here somewhere, but we can't find it. He's drunk. He's angry. They took my contact information. It was a whole thing. So he's yelling across the parking lot, "You're done with me, aren't you? You're done. I'm never going to hear from you again." And I was like, the 2 security guards were just laughing with me like, yeah, dude. But this is why we take our own car. This is why we keep our phone fully charged and full of storage so we can record things. I already blocked his number in front of the security guards and block. Thanks for listening.
To all my viewers, if you have a beta imp chump friend or family member who is susceptible to going out on a date like this, I ask you do them a favor and share this video with them. We live in an era where social media content creators, such as this XXL queen, can be capable of using anything and everything they can record to get their views up. Hey, this gorilla is not innocent, although I only use footage someone else already put out there. I try to draw a line somewhere at least. Back to this video. This just shows even greater dangers for men in modern dating. I mean, I don't know about the rest of my male viewers, but I would say it's obviously a hazard when you date a woman in Western countries that has zero issues with putting your business out there on blast for everyone to see. I mean, a date should be something of a personal experience between men and women, not something you have to fear will come back to haunt you because you said something wrong or you acted the wrong way, even if you weren't doing anything illegal and you weren't hurting anyone. But that's the modern dating market for you. And the funniest thing is the ladies who post this stuff don't get they are throwing up red flags for their future dating prospects.
Fatality. Flawless victory.
I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.